Here are the tests on my 1999 Porcelamex toilet. As you can see, quality was not their strong point because this toilet is level, yet I had to prop the back of it up quite a lot. It is using my St. Thomas Creations tank, and it is set to the water line and using a flapper that allows a little bit more than 1.6 gallons to pass through before it closes. So anyway, I will show you guys a flush and then let's see how it does on tests. The flush starts off really nicely, but the siphon is really weak and it cuts off too soon. I think this toilet definitely needs more than 1.6 gallons to function well, if it can function well at all. So for the first test, let's see if it can take a washcloth. I don't know how this will do. Wouldn't be the first time a Porcelamex toilet did badly on a test. I'm thinking of one from 2004, and if I remember correctly, I sent a bowling ball through it. And it didn't even really siphon. That's just a washcloth. Alright, so it's clearly stuck on something. I don't know if there's a stick or a barb in the trapway, but I don't know that I can entirely blame the toilet for that. So I'm going to bring out my plunger and get rid of that thing, and I will be right back. So after a couple of minutes of plunging, it did not go anywhere. So I decided to take the pipes apart and see what was blocking it. And it turns out it was simply my scrubbing pad from when I cleaned it. So what's really sad is that it wasn't unexpected that it would clog on a washcloth. So I'm going to try this again. I think it'll perfect pass, but you never know. I only used one scrubbing pad. There's nothing in there that I know of. Really? I guess I'll have to take the pipes apart again. Well, that time it was actually just a barb in the trapway. Hopefully, I can make it pass with a third try, and this will be the last try. This toilet has a sad, pathetic existence. Surprisingly, it passed out on its own. Now, let's see if it can take a grocery bag. I guess the grocery bag didn't have enough strings on it to catch on the barbs. That's impressive. Now, let's see if it can take the washcloth and the grocery bag together. It will not pass. Failed miserably as expected. Now, let's see if it can take a dish towel. It's going to fail. I'm not surprised. I would be surprised if it passed. So overall, the performance of this toilet is terrible. It clogged on a washcloth, but it turns out there was something else stuck in the trapway, and then it clogged on a washcloth twice again. So I would not sell this toilet, especially since it doesn't even have the correct tank with it. It passed a grocery bag, which was surprising, and everything after that was pretty much expected. So I have some advice for anyone looking for a used toilet. If you see a toilet made between 1994 and 1999 and it has a good swirly flush like the older toilets, do not get it, because chances are it performs like a urinal. Now let's move on to the flush tests. For the first flush test, let's see how it flushes with a dry bowl. That's dry enough. I don't think it will siphon. That was sort of surprising. Now let's see if it can take dirt. The dirt is wet around here because it just rained. So I'm putting some dirt in here, and then I'm going to put some ash around the edges. I guess they're more sides than edges. So I skipped the clogged siphon jet test because the siphon jet is all the way up into the trapway, and I would never be able to get the paper towel out if I were to put it in there. So I don't really want to ruin this toilet just yet, otherwise I would do that. I think this toilet will have terrible bowl clearance, but the rinse will be all right. Wow. Wow. That is unusable. Unusable. Look at this. How many flushes do you think that will take to remove? The rinse looks pretty typical, as I would expect it. Not perfect. It missed the spot right here above the siphon jet channel, which is actually very common for these older front-fed toilets to do. I've seen a lot of 80s toilets miss that spot, like the Radcliffe's. Even a 50s cadet missed it. So I'm not really upset about that. But that bowl clearance, what is that? That is not acceptable at all. So I'm going to give that another flush and see if it can take that out. That's really pathetic. That's really, really pathetic. It actually did it. If it didn't do that, I was actually thinking to drop a brick in it like I did with my H2 option. So Thankfully it spared itself from that, but I don't know, I might do that anyway. So that is about all for this video. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and turn on notifications. It helps my channel a lot and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.